Hey guys, and welcome back to Media Madness, a show where we break down the craziest clips in media. I'm Natalie with the Daily Caller, and today we have a gift courtesy of Nancy Mace, who is going to absolutely cook Tim Walz so hard that she leaves him literally mouth open catching flies. This clip feels like it might start a little bit out of context, but just wait because she is going to connect the dots. So let's get into it.
Chairman, welcome to the unofficial 2028 Democrat presidential primary right here on stage at the Oversight Committee. Governor Newsom must be seething. The three of you beat him to the stage, but he's a little busy right now defending illegals and defending Antifa, torching what is left of Los Angeles. Governor Walz knows the playbook. In 2020, he rolled out the red carpet for anarchists while Minnesotans watched their neighborhoods burn.
I think at this point we can say that riots are pretty much just a seasonal hazard for people who live in blue states, much like wildfires are.
You've turned your states into sanctuaries for illegals. You've done more to shield MS-13 than to protect the single mom working two jobs in Chicago, Queens, or Minneapolis. And you've worked harder against ICE than with them. So Governor Walz, and boy, does that feel nice to say the word governor, my first question is for you. Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust? It's a yes or no question. Did you know the Nazis killed 6 million Jews during the Holocaust?
Pushing my button to answer.
Okay.
Yes, I believe that's historic.
Okay, would you agree the Holocaust is the most horrific atrocity in human history? Yes or no?
I think the Holocaust ranks amongst them, yes.
Did you know the Nazi Gestapo imprisoned, tortured, and murdered Jews by the hundreds of thousands and committed genocide against the Jews? Did you know that?
I do know they operated as secret.
Did you know ICE has done none of that?
And there it is. Nancy Mace has successfully trapped Tim Walz with his own metaphor. If he's going to compare ICE agents to Hitler's Gestapo, then he needs to be prepared for the logical implications of that comparison.
Yes or no?
Operated as a secret police force?
No, that's not the question. Did you know that ICE has not committed genocide against anyone?
Yes, I do know that.
Okay. Do you apologize for your disgusting comparison of ICE to the Gestapo, who killed hundreds of thousands of Jews during the Holocaust?
As a history teacher.
Yes or no is the question.
A historical comparison.
You're a governor. You understand what the question is. It's yes or no. Will you apologize for what you said about ICE, comparing them to Gestapo?
To identify who they are when they operate, to not use unmarked.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, this governor, or honorable, can't answer the question. Do you believe the Nuremberg trials were a good exercise in holding the Nazis accountable? Yes or no?
I think due process.
Okay, so
Nancy Mace really caught him in a trap with this one because clearly Walz has no idea what he's saying.
are you calling for ICE agents to be brought to a tribunal under the threat of death by comparing them to the Gestapo?
Everyone is afforded due process.
What don't you understand about yes or no? Like, what can't you comprehend about yes or no questions?
I
Do you
understand
still want
being
to
a governor
abolish
is a
ICE?
different
Do you
job.
still want to abolish ICE? Yes or no?
Said I wanted to abolish ICE.
Didn't you march?
You would think that a guy who compares ICE agents to the Gestapo would logically want to abolish ICE, but then again, maybe that's just me.
In a rally calling for ICE's abolishment.
Not that I can recall, Congressman.
Well, according to widespread media reports, you did.
And the media is always correct.
How do you rate Kamala Harris's job as border czar? I want a number between 1 and 10. How was she as border czar?
I wouldn't have a way to measure that. I was not in the administration.
Weren't you her running?
So Tim Walz says that because he was not in Biden's administration, there's no way that he could give Kamala a rating between 1 and 10. Now, this is patently absurd. You and I can give Kamala a rating between 1 and 10 despite being nowhere near the administration, and most of us would place Kamala squarely towards the 1 end of the spectrum. Remember when she made fun of Donald Trump for wanting a southern border wall? She said it was un-American, she said it was a medieval vanity project, and then she changed her tune when she actually had to deal with the crisis.
Mate for vice president?
As in the campaign.
And you
wasn't part of the
can't rate her role as border czar on a scale of 1 to 10. Was she great at 10 or was she a 1? Terrible.
I think her proposal that she put forward to make sure we had the bipartisan immigration.
It wasn't bipartisan. Did you ever personally speak with Kamala about Joe Biden's cognitive collapse?
Not that I can recall, Congressman.
Not as her running mate for vice president. You never once talked to her about the president and why she was nominated instead of him.
No, not that I can recall.
Tim, you have to close your mouth. You have to think of something. She is absolutely cooking you. There are two possibilities here. Tim Walz is either telling the truth, and he never once questioned Kamala Harris on Biden's mental decline, in which case he's not asking the right questions and he should be nowhere near the Oval Office. Or Tim Walz is lying, in which case he also has no business being in the White House.
What kind of operation were you guys running over there?
I was more concerned with Donald Trump's cognitive decline.
Thank God
Things that we were
he's president and J.D. Vance is vice president and not you. Have you ever served in a combat zone, Governor?
I have not, Congresswoman.
Okay. Are you still friends with
That's not totally true because he did go on stage with Vice President J.D. Vance, and that debate was a slaughter.
school shooters?
I have never been a friend with a school shooter.
Didn't you say you were friends with school shooters on the debate stage?
Oh, Congresswoman.
Yeah,
I think that's very evident.
is
As a teacher and a
bullying,
parent.
is, my mom was a teacher, I'm a high school dropout, we can talk about that later. Is bullying okay?
Is bullying okay as a teacher?
Is bullying okay, yes or no? Is it okay to bully somebody?
I think
yes
there's
or
a
no?
time to push back at a bully. So yes, I do think there's a time.
So you think it's okay to bully others?
I think it's okay to bully the bully at times.
Well, you're showing that the Democrat Party is the party of violence. Were you at
This is one place where I'm gonna push back on Mace. I think occasionally it's fantastic to bully people, as Mace is doing to Walz in this very clip.
Tiananmen Square?
Have I been to Tiananmen Square? I have.
Were you at Tiananmen Square?
I have been at Tiananmen Square.
When were you there?
Oh, as I recall, January of 1990.
Okay. What is a woman? What is a woman is the question.
I'm not sure I understand the question here.
And she got him. You can see Walz struggling to respond for 1 or 2 full seconds here, which is just crazy because Republicans have been asking Democrats and liberals this question for years at this point. I mean, he's had time to think about it. And this is an elementary school question. I'm sure you and I both know the answer to it. But the guy who almost became vice president of the United States cannot give a straight answer. Or any answer, really.
Well, that...
What do you want me to say?
I want you to say that a woman like me is an adult human female, that men can't become women. You guys are the party of violence, and you're the party erasing women. You don't respect us. You're a bigot. You're a misogynist. You're a sexist. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Congress.
All right, Tim Walz clearly doesn't know what a woman is. Is Tim Walz a woman? It doesn't look like it, but he is very indecisive. So maybe. Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video and you want to see more similar to this one, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.